I saw celebs in hell. You won't believe who I saw by God's voice clips. I'm gonna like their video, like my video, support your boy. Let's see
I
let's
saw
see
a
what's
little
going on.
stage and I saw Michael Jackson.
Oh wow, off the rip.
And
Well, I know it's crazy. That's not the first person who said that. I be trying to tell, bro. I be trying to tell niggas, bro. My girl hate when I say this shit, bro. Bro, there's a ex Satanist named Erica Mukasa who said the same thing. That when she was a Satanist and she would go to the kingdom of darkness, that's what they called whatever dark realm she was going to, right? She would go there and they'd be bumping music and she saw Michael Jackson one time, bro. In fact, she was mentioning how Michael Jackson, the way that, you know how like Michael Jackson used to look like a black kid with the afro, but now he looks like he's white with the straight hair and shit. Apparently, according to Erica Mukasa, right? That's because Michael Jackson had to deal with the angel of death, and apparently the angel of death looks like that, like white ghost face with like the straight hair and shit. And apparently he could dance and all kinds of shit. And that's why Michael Jackson could dance how he danced and shit. That's all alleged though. But now someone else saying that shit off the rip. There's only been 8 seconds. You feel me, niggas? I be trying to tell niggas. I'm not saying that all that shit is really true. All I'm saying is you can't just love niggas because they tell you to love them. You feel me? Niggas love Michael Jackson and don't want Michael Jackson to be on no weirdo shit, but he might have been a weirdo. You feel me? I don't know if he was. I don't really care if he was, or I don't. Well, actually, I care if he was. I don't really care if he, but I don't care. Like I care and I don't care. You feel me? Like either way, my nigga. You feel me? I'm not idolizing nobody. So it's like, yeah.
that really threw me for a loop. I could not believe what I was seeing. I knew it was Michael Jackson. The moment that my eyes found his shape, I knew it was Michael Jackson.
Mm.
And he was dancing, he was screaming, he was crying, he was on fire, and he was dancing
Oh my
on a
god.
stage for demons. There were demons
Oh my
right in front of
god.
him. And I knew that he could never stop dancing. Anytime he would want to stop dancing, the demons would light him on fire again,
Oh my
throw fire
god.
at his feet, throw pebbles, brimstone that was flaming fireballs at him, so that he would have to start again and he would have.
But how did it? Was this like? Was this like you left your body one time? Was this like a dream? Was this like an NDE? We have no context. I'm assuming this is a clip from a podcast. You feel me?
To keep on dancing and he could never stop. And he was doing the Michael Jackson dance moves, the ones that we all know, the moonwalk, the leg kick, every single one. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I just could not believe it. And it shocked me to my core to think that there were celebrities, people that I grew up watching on TV, that I grew up hearing on the radio, watching in movies, that were in this place. Somehow I thought
Who
that
else, nigga?
celebrities had some sort of special, thing about them that, they don't get to go to this place. They can just bypass it altogether. But no, it's in this moment that I realize everybody is equal. It doesn't matter whether you are a homeless man on the street or
Yeah,
the
yeah, but
president
nigga,
of the
who else
United
did you
States.
see, nigga?
We
Did
are
you see the
all on the
president?
same playing field.
Nigga, I don't.
Earth is a
Look,
test
I'm gonna be so
for
real,
every
bro. I'm
single.
gonna be so real, bro. I'm gonna be so real, bro. I'm gonna be so real, bro. As a person who's watching this video, seeing the title, bro, I don't give a fuck what you learned, bro. I know for a fact that what you learned was probably powerful, changed your life, it's probably really important, and people probably really need to hear it. But the title of this video is "I Saw Celebs in Hell," so I don't give a fuck about what you learned. I care about the celebs that you saw in hell.
One of us in the same fashion. Now, we all have different decisions that we have to make, but our test is still the same here. We're meant to try to find our way back to God through our decisions. Everything in this world is meant to deceive us. And, that may sound kind of harsh, but if you understand that the earth is a test, Think of a test that you took back, back when you were in school. Multiple choice test, right? You have the statement and then you have to select one of those choices that fits the answer, right? But there's only one of those answers that's correct. A, B, C, or D. You've got to pick one. What are the other three there for? They're meant to deceive you. They're meant to throw you off. And that's essentially what Earth is. When we have conflict on Earth and we are put in situations where we must make decisions, there is one right decision and there are multiple wrong decisions that we can make in this life. And that goes
There's also multiple right ones too. You feel me? You ever seen those tests where sometimes there's more than one right answer? Yeah, that's the thing too. I just want to say that. You know what I mean? That was a good analogy though with the whole entire test thing though. Yeah,
goes
that was
for
a good
everybody.
analogy.
No one is exempt from this.
Man, and I'm thinking about your experience and how just there's so many things that happened that it's so many questions that I have. But the one that, about Michael Jackson, man, and so this happened right after he passed away, right?
Yeah, this happened. I was between I was like 23 to 25 when this happened. I think he passed in 2009, maybe 2010, somewhere around there. This had happened, I mean, within that year. It happened very close to his death. And I often wonder.
Let me say this real quick though, because I was gonna say, is hell real? Not in the way that we understand it. Like there's several different hellish places you could go after death if you believe you're gonna go there. You feel me? And when it comes to the Christian hell, there is like the Christian hell kind of does exist because people have kind of made that and people can collectively experience that. Now, did Michael Jackson go to that place after death? We don't know. The experience that he had could have simply just been symbolic about how certain celebrities really are not righteous and truly spiritually in tune and stuff like that. Like I said, I know for a fact that Eric Kamuksa was talking about how Michael Jackson had to deal with the devil. You feel me? And Michael Jackson wasn't burning inside that experience. He wasn't dead. Actually, I don't know if he was dead yet, but I know that. Actually, no, I think he was still alive. Yeah, he was still alive during her experience and stuff like that. Cause she was a kid having that shit. I mean, she was seeing that nigga and shit like that. You feel me? But nah, yeah. I'll stop rambling. I'll just let him talk.
Why it is that I even saw Michael Jackson. Like I could have seen any other celebrity because there's one thing I forgot to mention. As I saw Michael Jackson and I was thinking of all the celebrities that I thought, would never enter this place, I got the sense that there were other celebrities there. And the two celebrities that came to my mind were Bob Marley and Selena. Again, I don't know why those particular celebrities were given to me in this experience,
Then
but
they got my nigga Bob, bro. Nah, they ain't get my nigga Bob, bro. They ain't get my nigga Bob, bro. They couldn't have got my nigga Bob, bro. They could not have got my nigga Bob, bro.
Michael Jackson, I actually have a connection with Michael Jackson,
What?
and that's my name, Michael.
Oh.
And I didn't
I thought he was gonna say some bullshit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, I talked to Michael in hell and I told him to stop dancing. Like, I don't know.
realize it then because when I as Michael, when I say Michael Jackson, I don't even think of myself. I'm thinking completely of this other person, this other entity
Yeah.
named Michael Jackson. And funny enough, I had gotten into a conversation with my mom and we were just talking about names. She actually just brought up when I just mentioned to you that her name is Lourdes and she, prays to the Saint Lourdes, went to the waterfall and all that. She looks over to me and she says, Michael, do you know that you were named after Michael Jackson? And I was like, whoa, what? And he says, yeah, you were named after Michael Jackson. And then she
That's
told me that my
weird though.
cousins, I have two
I would hate that. I ain't gonna lie. Why'd you name me after Why'd you name me after a fucking singer? Couldn't have been a regular mom.
Other cousins, they were named after actors as well.
What?
And I was just,
I
the
hate
moment
that.
she said,
I
"Yeah,
hate
you were
that.
named after Michael Jackson," I mean, it now it made sense to me.
It
Now
makes sense, nigga. I'm Michael Jackson. Let me stop.
I understand why I saw this first, because I actually had a connection to him that I wasn't even aware of. I
Uh
didn't
huh.
even contemplate that connection until my mom said that. And then I realized that now it makes perfect sense why I would see him there.
Thanks for watching. This was just a
I mean, hey. Hey, I mean, hey. Hey, so he left his body and went to hell. Word, that's what. I mean, hey. Hey. I'm gonna end the video right there. I love you all. Catch my next video. Peace. Freak out. Hey.